How to make acrylic light box. I use an example to teach you. You can check the size. Width is 250 millimeter. Height is 100 millimeter. Depth is 60 millimeter. We will print our company name logo toy sign on the surface. First step, let's make the vector drawing to carve it. There are 6 sides of acrylic light box. 5 sides are white acrylic sheet. 1 side is foam PVC board to install LED strips. Let's draw 5 rectangles and set the size. 1 side is 250 millimeter wide and 100 millimeter high. Two sides are 250 millimeter wide and 60 millimeter high. Last 2 sides are 60 millimeter wide and 100 millimeter high. Then, delete the biggest sides and connect all other sides lines together. Convert all lines to be vector drawing. Then we split all nodes. All lines are independent now. Select these 4 lines to connect them and mark them to be red. Then combine all the rest lines and mark them to be green. This is right angle carving bit. We will use right angle carving bit to carve 3 mm depth along the green marked lines on 3 mm thick white acrylic sheet. This is engrave bit. Then, we will use this engrave bit to engrave 3 mm depth along all the lines to cut out. This is 1 side of PVC board to install LED strips. We will insert it on the back bottom of acrylic light box. Consider the thickness of acrylic sheet is 3 mm, so we make the size to be 244 mm wide and 94 mm high. Then, we save all lines on desktop in the format of .plt and rename it toy sign acrylic light box. I show you all the sizes details again for you to understand better. I also mark how we to deal with the lines vector drawings for you to understand better. If you do not understand, you can make a video call to me. Look at this symbol. It's the software to set parameter of all lines. We open the software. Then, input the toy sign acrylic light box to .plt file we saved before. Move the whole vector drawing to the left bottom. Click this symbol to split the vector drawing. Now all vector drawings are independent. Only select the green lines vector drawing we once marked before. Click this symbol to combine them all and select them. Click this symbol to set parameter of carving lines. Click this symbol to carve along the original lines. Set the engraved depth to be 3 mm, which is as same thickness as the acrylic sheet. Then, we save the file in .nc format file and rename it carving lines. This is the right angle carving bit. Next, select all the lines vector drawing. Click this symbol to set engrave parameter. Select this item to engrave along the original lines. Set the engraved depth to be 3 mm, which is as same thickness as the acrylic sheet to cut out. Then, we save the file in .nc format file and rename it engrave lines. We will use this engrave bit to cut out. Next up, align the CNC router bit with 3 mm acrylic sheet. Look, this is our CNC router. The CNC router needs to have vacuum adsorption function to fix the acrylic sheet firmly. This is vacuum pump. Usually we use 3 mm or 5 mm thick acrylic sheet to make acrylic light box. This is 3 mm thick acrylic sheet. Look, this is special designed right angle carving bit. We will use it to carve 3 mm depth on 3 mm acrylic sheet. Fix the right angle carving bit on CNC router firmly. Then, we can align the right angle carving bit bottom with the top of backboard to make them slightly touching. Now, we need to set the Z-axis to be 0. Click here. Then, we move the carving bit to original 0 position. We start to carve the acrylic sheet to make acrylic light box. Input the carving lines.nc format files we saved on desktop before. Click this item to check mock-up lines. Click this item to start. Okay, let's begin. Next step, change the right angle carving bit with engrave bit to cut out. We remove the right angle carving bit. This is the engrave bit. We fix the engrave bit on CNC router firmly. Open the CNC router software. Align the engrave bit bottom with the top of backboard to make them slightly touching. Now we need to set the Z-axis to be 0. Click here. Then we move the carving bit to original 0 position. We input the engrave lines vector drawing which we save on desktop. Click this item to check mock-up lines. Click this item to start. Okay, let's begin. Next up, stick all 5 pieces of acrylic board together as the frame of acrylic lightbox. This is masking tape. This is special acrylic glue. This is syringe. We align the 5 sides of acrylic board. Then we use masking tape to fix them together. So the acrylic boards will not move when we use glue to stick them. This is our special acrylic glue. We use a syringe to absorb some special acrylic glue. Use masking tape to fix the 4 sides acrylic board to keep the lightbox frame in cuboid shape firmly. Then, we inject a small amount of acrylic special glue along the gap between the acrylic plates. During operation, be careful not to let the glue overflow. Let's wait 5 seconds to 8 seconds. The glue will be dry. Next, let's cut out the foam PVC board to install LED strips or LED modules as light source. We use 8.5 mm thick foam PVC board. The foam PVC board size is 244 mm width and 94 mm high, as we marked before. We draw a rectangle and set it to be 244 mm width and 94 mm high. Move it to the left bottom. Then, we set the engraved depth to be 8.5 mm. Then we save it as .NC format file and rename it to be PVC. Then we align the carving bit and cut it out. Next, install the LED strips on the PVC board. Let's check whether the PVC board and acrylic box frame dimensions match. Okay, it's perfect. This is warm white LED strips. This is DC cord. This is power supply adapter. This is hand drill machine. This is silicone glue. This is scissor. This is soldering machine. This is tin wire. Let's install it. Let's drill a hole to connect DC cord on PVC board. Then, pass the DC cord through the hole. We use soldering machine to connect the DC cord with the soldering points on LED strips. We finished it. Then, we connect the DC cord with power supply to electric. Turn on the LED strips to test them. Wow, perfect job. Then we apply a proper amount of silicone glue to the edge of the PVC board. Finally, we cover the acrylic box frame on PVC board and turn on. Wow, amazing job. Next up, we print Toy Sign Company logo on vinyl and stick the vinyl on the front of acrylic lightbox. We are working on all kinds of signages tutorials. If you want to learn more details, search Toy Sign in Instagram to follow us. My WhatsApp number is +86 1779856 5356 or +86 136 6515 4270. My email address is luxapeng@toysign.com or steven@yulighting1.com. We also sell all kinds of sign supplies.